Welcome to Crow and Klein, here today with a daily energetic check-in. I'm using the Enchanted for Hoxa Tarot today for a general pick a card reading. And I think at the end of each pile, I'm gonna pull from the Spirit Animal Pocket Oracle here, just to see what happens there. Okay, so pile number 1. This is your card of focus. And we're going to use the Witch of the Forest Tarot Magic. Pile number 2. This is your card of focus. And we're going to use the Mermaid Tarot to dig into that one. And pile number 3, your card of focus. And we're going to use the Wandering Star. Okay. All right. Feel free to pause and ponder. This is a general reading, and I will see you in your pile. Welcome, pile number 1, and your card of focus is the Devil. I love this image here, right? Because this devil is turned into this mermaid that's enticing this fairy out into the water with promises of becoming a fairy, right? And the devil gets this fairy out there, promises it that once it becomes a mermaid, all of its troubles are going to be gone. And it snips its wings, right? And then it turns back into this crazy demon devil thing. And this poor fairy realizes they've been lied to, right? And that their situation is much worse because now they don't have wings. What are they going to do? How are they going to get back to land, right? So anyway, this is a cautionary tale. So in this card, a lot of times will come up when we're ready to move forward, or we're in the, we're ready to transform into the next leg of our journey. Like there's something else that we're supposed to be doing, right? And those are the times that the devil will show up. Often if we don't really know what the next step is, or it feels too hard, or all of those kinds of things, okay? And it does show up. And it's really easy to fall into a trance, kind of like this fairy here, of believing that it's a distraction, ultimately, is going to make it all go away. Okay? It's an illusion, though. And so the devil basically showing up like this for you today is a glimpse of the future. And a possible warning that you might be falling into some bad, unhealthy bad habits again, right? Something is around you right now that might seem enticing, but is going to prove to be detrimental. The devil is about our attachments and our bad habits, and sometimes people, sometimes places, sometimes things that sort of keep us from reaching that goal, from crossing that finish line, from moving forward. Okay. There's something that around you that needs your attention. Following the devil and your attachments and, old beliefs, those kinds of things, your thought processes that don't align with you anymore, they can make you're doing it, you would do it to avoid a difficult situation, basically. But it can cause more trouble down the road if you don't attend to the things that you need to attend to. All right? Sure, it's great to get sidetracked and do something fun instead of the hard stuff you're supposed to be doing. But ultimately, it could create more issues for you, right? So we're talking about the devil in terms today of distractions from something that needs your immediate attention. All right? I have the Witch of the Forest Tarot Magic, and we're going to use that to get into your message today. I want to thank everyone for being here. I really, really appreciate you. Special shout out to those donations. I really, really appreciate that. I spend a lot of time on these videos, and it's really nice to know that they're hitting home and that they are appreciated. So thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you. I hope you are all well, and I am super honored to be able to bring these messages to you. Now, a lot of readers at some point will monetize their channels and charge memberships, and I just don't feel like that's something I want to do. A couple of my favorite readers on YouTube, they don't. They don't. Like, it's for everybody, and that's how I want to keep this channel. So, anyway, keep in mind, these are timeless and general. If you'd like a personal reading, my information is in the drop down. Feel free to reach out. You'll find my email underneath the About tab in the drop down section. That's the only way. If you reach out to me through that email, that's the only way that you're going to get a reading from me. I won't ever reach out to you, okay? So let's get back to... Yay! Look, it's the Three of Cups. This is your community. This is celebration. This is the nature of what's going on. Okay. All right. The devil. The devil. The devil. In your energy, you have the Ace of Cups. I mean, this is a gift from Spirit. This is a gift of love and new beginnings and relationships. Keep in mind, this is your financial independence, your rock, your stability. This is all. This is the result of your personal hard work. This is your personal independence and freedom. All right. So what is going on here? Because these cards look really, really good, and yet your card of focus is the devil and distractions and thought processes and bad habits and people, places, and things. So let's get into this. I'm not sure how this is fitting together yet. Now, I know with that much love showing up, there's a lot of trust when we're open to love like that. So let's see. Okay. All right. Under your community here, your besties, your celebration, your fun, is the Four of Pentacles. So this can be like holding on to your finances right now. Maybe you're budgeting, maybe you're not spending. It can literally be just sort of holding your breath around a financial situation at this time. Now it's coming out with this Three of Cups. So maybe, okay. Well, we'll just see where it's going. Maybe this is, maybe there's some devil energy around your finances right now. Are you holding on too tight? Are you not holding on tight enough? Do you think you don't have enough? It can be a lack mindset, right? Oop. Okay. Well, we got two. So in your energy, I'm going to go ahead and take them just because they flipped out face up. We have the Seven of Cups, okay, which is, it can be illusion. It can be opportunities, okay? It can be confusion. To me, coming out underneath the Ace, it feels like it's a lot of opportunities. And then the other card that popped out with it is the Page of Pentacles. Now, I like the Page. It's really fresh energy, and it's definitely a new way of looking at your finances and your material world abundance and stability, right? Because pentacles are very grounding, right? It's an earth energy. So you have that, this is in your energy too. So there's something, you have this gift of the Ace of Cups, right? New beginnings and love and new friendships and whatever. And it's opening up a lot of doors for you. And so you're really looking at it in a different way and how you can use that to move forward in building this more stable foundation. Okay, that's what's kind of coming out there. Yeah. So the thing here that so far that doesn't really track, that doesn't really align in all of this energy is this Four of Pentacles. And like I said, I do think this Four of Pentacles is where we're going with this Devil energy. Yeah. And then under the Nine of Pentacles here with your beautiful foundation is the Hermit. So maybe you reached a certain point and you had to go within, right? This is a keep in mind card. So you may need to go back in and explore to find out where this Four of Pentacles energy is coming from. Is it a belief that you have around your stability? Or is it something that someone told you once that you took on as your own, right? You go within to find that information. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think we're heading in the direction of sort of, it's not even a lack mindset, it's just an outdated belief system, right? We're doing so much shifting in our perspectives and how we think about the material world and how we think about our inner realm. And, you know, there's been this huge shift of everybody sort of coming together with those, right? Figuring out how to merge the two worlds in a better way. So it seems to be like this could be what's going on here. What's that saying? Money is the root of all evil, but money's not evil. People are evil. Ah, you are about to have some clarity. The 8, this is a gift. This is a gift from the divine, right? This is a sort of truth. It comes in swinging. It pierces the veil into the material world. And we're talking about your material world here. So there's a truth and some clarity coming. This sword cuts away doubt, confusion, and fear, right? And when we talk about fear, we also talk about the devil. The devil is our obsessions, our desires, our fears as well. And this coming out underneath this money issue, right? This financial stability. Well, it's stability in the material world, whatever that is for you. I say money because it's a simple way to explain it, right? Oh, interesting. So there's something. I mean, the devil, remember the devil says it's a cautionary tale, and make sure you're not slipping back into old habits with whatever this is that's coming. There's something coming that you're going to have to address. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, but in your energy is the sun. So you got this. It feels like you're holding on for dear life a little bit. But understand that fear with that, this is your fear. That's your, that's your devil. That's your attachment, okay? And it definitely is around, with this Ace of Swords coming out, it's definitely a mind matter, okay? So, yeah, interesting. Okay, well, let's keep going. Let's get one for that third pile over there under the Nine of Pentacles and the Hermit. Charity. It is the card of charity, right? It's giving and receiving. This looks to be like you giving or giving back, right? It's a way to financially support or materially support others. Yeah, it feels like you're going to be shifting from this holding on, you know, afraid that you're not going to have enough to get through over here, right, with this 4, and you're going to be shifting into this energy, right? And that can be as simple as that mind shift, right, like we've been talking about. Okay. Let's see if anything else wants to come out here. Yeah, we have the Three of Swords, which is a broken heart, right? Loss. Yeah, I mean, it's really easy, things that didn't work out for us in the past. It's really easy for us to turn that into part of our narrative, right? It becomes part of who we are. It becomes part of the story we tell about ourselves. And this also falls underneath this Devil. So we have a pretty clear idea now, right? That you have some outdated beliefs about yourself. You have some old beliefs, outdated beliefs about money. And possibly, like I said, you know, it was something that someone told you at some point and you just took it on as your own belief system. Okay, those are the things that we need to keep in mind. And also, just check yourself and make sure you're not falling into back into some bad habits or unhealthy habits that you've had in the past. You know, like, oh my God, I have to be real careful when I get stressed. I want to eat. That's all I want to do. It's like I just can't eat enough. And so I'm really, really careful to not keep certain foods in the house anymore, because I know if I'm stressed out that I'm definitely going to go and, you know, go straight for cookies and snacky stuff. Oh, yummy. So I have vegetables in the fridge, and if I really want a snack, I can make some air popped popcorn, right? That's acceptable. And I have fruit. So anyway, let's see if anything else wants to come out. Those unhealthy habits. Unhealthy habits, unhealthy habits. Yep, you're going to be walking away. You're going to be walking away from those unhappy helmets. What? That's for someone. Unhealthy habits. The things that no longer align for us anymore. The things that no longer work for us, right? Walking away, walking away. Yeah. That's all you got to do. You acknowledge the little devils that pop in, you know, to distract you from your path. And to sort of keep you in avoidance a little bit of what needs to be taken care of. Walk away from those. All right. That's exactly what this Eight of Cups is doing here, right? Walk away and find your balance, right? Regain your balance. A seasoned sailor, when the ships are rocking like that, can find their footing instead of like falling all over the deck, right? All right. Okay, I am going to get, I think I said in the beginning, a spirit animal card. And let's just see what comes out for this. I think the message is pretty clear. It's happening. It's happening. And we have frog spirit with clear out the clutter. Right? Clear out the clutter. That's what we're doing when we release those old attachments, when we walk away from the things that distract us from our path, thought patterns, people, places, things, right? Beautiful. All right, pile number one, that is your message. Thank you so much for being here. Like and subscribe, share with your besties, and I will see you next time. Welcome, pile number two, and your card of focus is the Ten of Water, right? Which represents the Ten of Cups. Okay, so the Ten of Water, it brings heart feelings, right? Heart feelings of joy, of harmony, of contentment, right? So it's, if you've been at odds with family, and family can be, it doesn't have to be blood family. This can be your besties. This can be, you know, falling out with a best friend or a partner or whoever, right? Whoever, wherever you direct your love, that relationship, right? So if you've kind of fallen out or if I could speak, are at odds with that, this card, well, basically it's saying, hey, let's call a truce. Let's focus the energy on finding common ground, right? And rebuilding those relationships. This card allows us, the feeling of the Ten of Cups allows us the space to foster stronger bonds and relationships, especially with those closest to us, right? The water brings blessings. This energy of the Ten of Water, this is where we feel most at ease, right? It's in this energy of joy and harmony and love. So reconnect, use this energy, reconnect, pull your people back in, reestablish peace, enjoy the contentment, the love, the heartfelt yumminess, right? That's what we're talking about today with this Ten of Water. Okay, reconnecting so that feeling of love, joy, and that fulfillment, that contentment can be felt by all. Okay. All right. I have the Mermaid Tarot. I'm going to use this today to dig into this message. I want to thank everyone for being here. I hope you're all well. I am very honored to be able to bring you this reading today, to bring you these readings every day. I want to give a special shout out. I want to thank you for the donations. It really does help me build this channel, and I spend a lot of time doing the readings, editing videos, that kind of thing. And I just want to say thank you. I really, really appreciate it. And it I know that things are hitting where they're supposed to hit. All right. My goal is to keep this channel free. That's what I want to do. All right. I have a couple of readers on here on YouTube that I really, really like, who've been able to do that. And I like that, right? Anyway, please keep in mind that this is timeless. I forgot the word. It's a timeless reading, and it's general, so it's not one-on-one. If you want a one-on-one, information's in the drop down. If you click that about the channel button in the drop down, it'll show you my email address. I won't reach out to you, and it's the only way you can schedule with me. Okay. Now, all of that aside, let's talk about this. Okay. We have the Knight of Swords coming out. Okay, the Knight of Swords carries that sword of truth. Fast-moving energy. Fast-moving energy can cut to the truth. You can make some sort of rash decisions, and often doesn't think about the consequences of his actions. Okay, so right away, now it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Firefighters, right? They're like the Knight of Swords. This is kind of like the knight in shining armor coming in to help sometimes. Okay, so not necessarily bad. We're going to keep going. In your energy, look at that, the Four of Wands. Okay, a lot of people, this is a milestone marker, right? It could be marriage, could be graduation, could be, those types of things. It's typically a card of celebration and can mean freedom, right? So this is in your energy, which totally tracks with this Ten of Water. The Ten of Water. Okay, keep in mind the Ten of Swords. Youch, right? That's a lot of swords in the back. That's an awful lot of swords in the back. But tens are an ending, right? So this pain isn't going to get any worse than this. In fact, it's a breakthrough card, right? You're going to break through this energy. And there's some truth, okay? There's a truth with that Knight of Swords, and then this Ten of Swords showing up in the keep in mind. It's going to end your pain, right? And if we're talking about this, this Four of Wands is a card of union as well. So, and it's in your energy. It's a really good feeling energy. But there's something, right? Because the Ten of Water in this, you know, in the Enchanted Four Hawks is talking about reconnecting, right? Finding common ground, finding your love again and moving forward to strengthen bonds with someone or a group, right? Some kind of relationship. Some kind of relationship. Yeah, I think that that Knight of Swords is coming in maybe to find the truth of something, right? You know, when we get in a fight with someone and then it just goes sort of off on a tangent and we can sometimes forget what it was we were even arguing about in the beginning. This Knight of Swords can bring you back to what that original thing was, and chances are it's probably not going to mean a darn thing, right? We have the King of Wands coming up under that, right? So, I mean, the kings can be boss energy, fathers, you know, a dominant masculine in your world. Now, keep in mind, change genders, right? This could actually represent a feminine in your world. But this coming in, yeah, either this is someone that you've argued with, that you're meant to reconnect with, or you're meant to step into this energy. We'll find out. We'll figure it out, because this is the king. I like the King of Wands energy. You know, he's kind of a rule breaker and super self-confident and really independent, right? Trailblazer, can find a million and one ways to get to the goal, right? It doesn't follow tradition necessarily. So, all right, let's get another card in your energy. Yeah, you're meant to sort of bury the hatchet. Okay, that's like way too many cards. And reconnect. And take it as it resonates, right? If it doesn't fit, this reading's not for you, but this definitely is for someone. Yep. Okay, in your energy is the Seven of Cups. Now, this can represent a lot of opportunities. It can also represent kind of being in a fantasy world about something, or confusion, okay? With this particular reading, well, let's keep going. There might, like I said, I was just talking about, you know, getting into an argument with someone and it sort of blows up and we don't even know where it started, right? So there could be confusion around whatever happened that sort of caused this rift. Like no one's really sure what it is. That tracks. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, under that Ten of Swords comes the Eight of Pentacles. So this is really about, I love this card. You know, the Eight of Pentacles is about mastering something, okay? And then taking the skills around that and applying it to other things in your world, okay? And it's Pentacles. Slow moving, yes, but very, very grounded energy. So it seems like if you work on this, right? Like you have the tools. Maybe this has been a long time. Maybe it's been a long time since you you maybe drifted apart from this person or this group. But you've been working on a lot of things. You've been working on being grounded. You've learned skills probably of communication and there, king. There we are. Use your words. And so you're able to take all those skills that you're learning and you're going to be able to apply it to reconnecting and strengthening some of these bonds. Okay, there we go. Phew. Sometimes it takes a minute to come out, but there she blows, right? Yeah, you had to build your inner wellspring. You have the strength to do this, right? This is your internal strength and guidance. This is having control over those lower vibrational energies. So if you do try to reconnect with this person, this group, whatever that is in your situation, you're not going to step into anger, right? You're not going to be defensive. You're going to be very calm. You're going to be controlled. And this takes a lot of courage. Okay. Oh, I love that. Yeah, it's time. Yeah, it's time. All right. And your energy is the 9 of Swords. So yeah, you've been thinking about it. So you already know who this is. You've been thinking a lot about it. It might be causing you some sleepless nights, some worry, some anxiety, right? This is in your energy. So I don't think you need to worry about that, okay? I think it's okay for you not to worry because you have what it takes to do this in a very kind, caring, and compassionate way and understanding way, right? You have the skills to do it. You've mastered some things in your life that are going to help you reconnect. Okay. Page of Swords is coming out underneath the 8 of Pentacles. So we have some clarity coming in, right? I like the Page of Swords. Brings in a message of truth, a little bit of clarity, right? The page oftentimes goes to high ground, like in a traditional deck. So it's a different vantage point. It's a vantage point where they can see everything coming, right? It also talks about stepping away from the emotional aspect of what it is that you need to do and stepping into logic. Regardless, this sword cuts away fear, confusion, right? Self-doubt. So there's some of that coming in. There's some of that coming in, right? Page is a messenger, has the message. That knight carries the message. He's got to deliver it, right? So yeah, there's something, there's a truth. There's a truth around this. And yeah, the Fool just popped out. So it's going to put you on a new path, right? It's going to put you on a new path with this person, group, situation. Okay. Yeah, you're meant to reconnect. You're meant to reconnect. Yeah. And we have a Queen of Pentacles coming out. I think, yeah, it does feel like family, doesn't it? Reconnecting with family. So here's our Queen of Pentacles. Well-grounded, very compassionate, very understanding of how things work in the material world. Okay. This is for you. This is for you. This is where this Fool is taking you, but for some reason, it's going to require this reconnecting with someone. I'm not quite sure I understand it completely, but it seems like you had to go on this journey to learn some emotional maturity in order to be able to handle this situation better, right? Yeah, and the Chariot. Chariot is about moving forward. It's about a journey. It's about success. It's about overcoming obstacles. So this is something that you had to learn in your life. Sometimes we have to find a new approach, right? As with this Page of Swords, get a different vantage point. Step away from the emotion, use the logic and the strategy in order to do that. Yeah. and the Hangman comes out right when we're talking about that, right? This is more of a cosmic timeout here, but yeah, the Hangman has to hang out. Think about things, reassess things, understand things, understand why the path forward is not possible. And at the same time, think outside the box and find a new approach. You can still reach your goal even though you cannot move forward anymore when you get the hangman energy, not in the way that you've been moving forward. So it just seems like it's really important for you to reconnect, right? And strengthen those bonds with whoever this person or these people are. Yeah, I mean, it's the card of enlightenment, which I like, especially with our swords coming out here. Okay. Is there anything else? Anything else? I think the message is pretty clear. The message is pretty, jeez. Yeah, they really want to kind of pound it home here. We have the Ace of Swords. So the sword of truth. Clearing away doubt, confusion, and fear. So there's a huge truth coming, okay? And it's going to help. There's an understanding. Once you get reconnected, or something that's going to help you reconnect, step into that 10 of water energy, right? The feeling of love and harmony that's meant for all of us. Because there's someone in your orbit that doesn't feel it, and maybe when you think of that person, it doesn't make you happy either what happened, right? It doesn't mean someone's at fault. Sometimes there's no one at fault. It's just a weird thing that happens to push us along on our path, right? Just a weird little plot point, a speed bump in the road of life. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get us a spirit animal oracle card here to see if there's any, just one additional message for this reading, pile number 2. Pile number 2. Aw, the Nightingale spirit. Love is all around. Isn't that just the epitome of that 10 of water? Look at that. Beautiful. All right, pile number 2, that is your reading. Thank you so much for being here. Like and subscribe, share with your besties, and I will see you next time. Welcome, pile number 3, and our card of focus is the Star. Oh, I love this card. I just love all these images in this deck, right? So the Star comes after the Tower. And what happens with when the Tower hits, right? It rocks our world. It shakes our foundation. In fact, we have to totally rebuild from the foundation up, right? Sometimes it's considered a course correction or a realignment, getting us back on path, right? That's the Tower. So the Star comes after the Tower, right? And this being here on this card is a magical light worker who came down from the stars as a green light and planted a single seed. Okay? Now, they had to watch over it, pay attention, nurture all the things you do when you plant a seed, and in time, life emerged. And the land where this tower was that blew up was full of promise again. Okay? So when you hold the Star in your hands, you have the power to create fresh beginnings. This energy brings in a lot of peace and calmness, which supports new ideas, right? New ways of doing things, new ways of building the foundation for your next, for your next homestead. The Star carries blessings that transform worry and stress, right? Transforms them into hope and optimism. And it's in hope and optimism that we really see improvements in our life, that we see our goals achieved, right? This represents our wishes and our dreams and our desires. So it's crucial to know, because the Star's powers are great, but it's really crucial to know that, yes, this energy can definitely wash away negative feelings and offer inspiration. But what creates the actual growth is putting in the effort. Putting in the effort. And so use the star's energy as fuel to put you in the right direction so that you can take the necessary steps to find the success that you desire, right? We've talked about this before. You know, in manifestation, we know what we want, we put it out to the universe, and then we do nothing. No, that's not how that works. We take inspired action towards what we want, and that energy draws it to us, right? Actionable steps towards. It's the same thing as what the star is saying, right? Taking the necessary steps, taking action, putting it out there, nurturing, loving, caring, and then you're going to see it. So embrace this energy of the star because it supports new creations right now. And it is full of your dreams and your wishes and your desires. This is also a card of healing. Okay. The Star card. Whew. Nurturing, supporting new ideas. So, well, we have the Wandering Star. I know. It was important for me to use it for this particular card. Not just because it's the Wandering Star and we've got the Star card, but it just, you know. Oh my gosh. Look, I just opened it up. Look what it is. The Sun. Because it's a vibrant deck, and I felt like that was a really vibrant card. And I don't know. It spoke to me. I don't know how to explain it. So anyway, I want to thank everyone so much for being here. I hope you're all well. I'm so happy to be able to bring you these messages today. And I want to do a shout out to the donations that have come in. I really, really appreciate it, you guys. I spend a lot of time doing these videos and bringing these messages to you. And it just is confirmation that, yeah, it's appreciated. It's hitting the right place. So I am super, super thankful and grateful right now. Well, always, always, always. Remember, these are timeless and they are general readings for the collective. If you are interested in a personal reading, which I do over Zoom, my email is in the drop down. Feel free to go check that out. Okay. All right, let's get into this. So, the Star, I just said was the card of healing, and here we have the Three of Swords, heartbreak, sorrow, and grief. All right, so you're feeling not so great about something. Something broke your heart, but then the swords are of the mind, so you've kept it alive. Okay? In your mind. Wow. In your energy, the Seven of Swords. This is the card of theft and dishonesty. And a little ring there too. Whew. Now this doesn't necessarily mean it's an outside force, an outside deception, or someone did something to you. This could be, you know, something like untrue that you've been telling yourself, or, you know, not being honest with yourself about something. Okay, but keep in mind, we have the Ace of Pentacles coming. Okay, this is really slow-moving energy too, but this is a gift from the divine. This is prosperity and property, this beginnings, new beginnings, with a very stable foundation, right? Pentacles are incredibly grounded energy. And the Ace is an unshakable foundation in the material world. Keep in mind. So there's something that you're sad about, and it's probably this Tower moment that happened right before this Star card came out is what I'm getting. Yeah, something didn't work out. Something isn't working out, right? Maybe it hasn't been working out. Maybe that's the deception here. Maybe you haven't been honest with yourself about something. And yeah, but keep in mind, this is coming. There's something coming. So I would say at this point, at the beginning of this reading, right, there's something that you've not been honest about because it's in your energy. And it is around something that really broke your heart, right? Maybe you've been working on something that hasn't come to fruition. Maybe you worked on something that you may have to let go of. But even, excuse me, even with that, you still have that Ace of Pentacles showing up. All right, under the Three of Swords, you have the Magician. It's a card of action. All right, it's time to act. You've sat in your sorrow and your grief enough. Now it's time to act. You have the tools. You have the power, right? It is time to take action. You're able to transmute the energy. Isn't that what the Star does here, right? The tower came crumbling down. This light worker star comes down from the sky, she comes down from the stars, plants one seed, and then nurtures it. And then there's abundance again. I think that this is what this is about, right? This is about you taking action and making it happen, Captain. Nurturing your own garden. Nurturing the seed of something. Nurturing the seed of something. Yeah, you have the Page of Swords. Okay, so this is about curiosity. It's an ambitious card too, the ambitious energy, but also of sort of disconnecting from the emotions of something and being a little more logical. There's an epiphany here. There's a truth that's coming with this Page of Swords as well. So if you've been not being honest about something, something is about to be. This is in your energy. Yeah, there's something that's going to be revealed. I do like that the Page of Swords disconnects from the emotions of a situation to get some clarity on what is really, really going on. And that's in your energy. So you are disconnecting emotionally from something that has been heartfelt for you. Okay. And that's good, because when you can step away from that grief and that sorrow, then you can see from the vantage point of the Page of Swords, you can see where the next steps are, what you need to work on. Okay. And we have the Death card coming out. Of course we do. It's a death and rebirth, right? The Tower is the death. The Star is the rebirth. Here we go. And the Death card. Transformation and new beginnings. So there's something here that you need to nurture. There's something here that you're meant to take some inspired action on. There's something here that is requiring actionable steps from you, right? You take steps towards it. That signals that it takes steps towards you. This is how we attract things into our world, into our lives. What we focus on becomes reality, right? So if we're always focusing on this pain and sorrow here, it's going to show up in your reality. If you're going to get curious, take some action. Ooh, I like this. Pile number 3. This is my pile. This is my pile. Yeah, you have been. Wow, this is coming out underneath the Magician. So you have been working on something. Now, like I said, Pentacles are really, really slow moving. Okay, and so it can become frustrating to wait for some sort of sign of life with your creation, right? Remember, this Magician is like, take action, take action. Well, you've been taking a lot of action, it looks like. All right, so while you're waiting, why not plant some more seeds, right? Why not? This Seven of Pentacles actually says potential and success. So it's also a card of faith, right? Can you see whatever this is coming to fruition? Maybe. Hopefully. I mean, with the Seven of Pentacles, you've stayed with it for a long, long time, you know. Is it something you want to walk away from? It's a manifestation. It's something because of that Magician there. It's a manifestation. And we have the Queen of Wands showing up in your energy. Yeah, so it's something bold, right? She's a leader. She's a trailblazer. Very creative about getting what she wants, right? Independent, super confident, fun, fiery, juicy. I love the Queen of Wands, and it is showing up in your energy. Okay. So there's a truth coming. Okay. You've been lurking long or too long in your grief and your sorrow and your heartache about something, and it's manifested in you as something that is maybe a little dishonest, being dishonest with yourself, right? Or something that's become part of your narrative that isn't true anymore, and yet you keep telling it. So by realizing that there is something that you have planted, it's bringing you back into this curious energy of the Page of Swords and allowing you to see things from a different angle, right? Which is bringing you to this Queen of Wands, super independent and fun energy of getting what you want, even if it's a path less traveled, a road less traveled. Those are the perfect routes for the Queen of Wands. Okay. Let's see this Death card over there. I really like this for you. Shoot, I like this for me. I claim it in the name of me. I'm just kidding. This is all for you. But I might share this one just a little bit. All right. Yeah, whoa. Justice card coming in under the Death card. Yeah. This is meant for you. Right? Balance and equality. Balancing the karmic scales of justice. There's something that's meant for you. And it's going to bring, it's karmic, right? This is karmic when we see that Justice card coming out there. Yeah, whatever this is that you've been working on for a long time, that maybe this is why you're heartbroken and sad, because you're like, I've been working on this so long. When am I going to see some signs of life, right? You will. This is telling you to have faith. It's coming. Stay fiery and juicy, right? Step out of your emotions a little bit, because look what's coming. This is meant for you. It's meant for you. So right now with the Star card, it's saying take some steps. There's something that you have to do. Take some steps to nurture this, right? Take steps towards it. Yeah. Career, beginnings, travel. This is another beginning card, which I love, right? The Ace of Wands. This is that bonk on the head card. Often it can be a gift of inspiration or an idea from Spirit as it's coming in, from the Ace. I call it the wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey card. This is your wake-up call. It's go time. Time to be fiery and confident and independent. Don't be afraid. Although I don't see fear in here. The only place I see fear was up here, but as we're moving through your energy, look at where you're heading. You're going from fear and sort of maybe not being honest with yourself into this creative, independent energy that is going to help you through a transformation and a death and rebirth to bring you the justice, right? To bring you the justice that you deserve. I love it, I love it. Oh my gosh, we have a double tap on the star. Okay, it's double confirmation. Double confirmation. There's something that you're meant to be working on right now. Do you know what it is? It's something that you've been working on for a long time. All right. Don't give up on it. That is the message. Don't give up on it. And we have this just flew out of the deck, the Lover's card. Okay. So yes, this can represent, a union, love and harmony. It also puts us back into alignment of who we are at our core level, right? We start to look at everything around us through the lens of our own authenticity. Does this align with who I am at my core? Does that align with who I am at my core? And whatever this is that you were working on, that you've been working on for a very, very long time, that you've been pushing forward on, appears to be in alignment, or maybe you need to go back and look at it again. Make sure that every aspect of it is in alignment with who you are at your core, right? With your true authenticity. There might be some things you need to tweak in it, right? All right. Anything else? This is beautiful. I love it. There's something. There's something. There is something. Yeah, you're building your world with the Two of Wands, right? Planning. It's also a card of partnership and a card of union. This is the planning stages. This is you building your world the way that you want it to look, smell, taste, feel, all of those things. That's what you've been working on so hard. And it's been slow moving. It's been really slow moving. But it's coming. It's coming. I am so not surprised to see the Tower card show up. Okay? This is how we started this whole reading. I'm going to put this up here, right? Because the Tower comes before the Star. This is a reminder that you had a Tower moment and it sort of set you on this path. And when you understand how all this energy is working and how it's moving you through this leg of your journey, absolutely makes sense. Yeah, this is all change. It's all changing you. It's changing how you think. It's changing how you love. It's changing how you manifest and how you wish and dream. It's definitely a transformation. Wow. All right, pile number 3. Whew, I love this energy. I don't want to go. Just hang out with me for a while, okay? I'm going to go ahead and grab you a spirit animal oracle to go with this. What beautiful energy. Yeah. Oh, the sandpiper. Look at that. Be playful. Be playful. I love it. Okay, I want to get one more. I know. I only did one for the last 2 piles, but it just really feels like... Oh, yeah, this one... oh my gosh, this one actually came out, the last one. Love is all around. Yeah, this is a good journey. It's a good part of the journey for you. There's some things still to work on and some things to learn here. But, man, if you can just... go back to whatever this is. I mean, you may not have left it. You might still be working on it, you know, maybe not wholeheartedly anymore because it's taking forever, but there's some value to it. There's something to it that is in alignment with who you are at your core. Okay, beautiful things are going to happen for you. Beautiful things are going to happen. Okay, pile number 3, that is your message. Thank you so much for being here. Like and subscribe, share with your besties, and I will see you next time.